All right, good morning everyone. Welcome to the stream. We're live here in Trail. Teams are just coming on the ice here. Refs just got here. New crew, different crew than last night. Looks like the linesman who had easily offended is now the referee. So Ty better watch out. He might get ejected again. Well, not again, but this time. So as the refs take the ice here and get set up here and the teams come on the ice, let's go take a look at the lineup today. Starting in net is Walton Poitras, the Walt Dog, getting the start today. Last regular season game of the year. Starting line is going to be Simister, Day, and Mooring, and on defense is going to be Konings and Cubberley. After last night, there was lots of movement in the standings, so we will pull those up here.
Charlie Mooring, number 17, center.
Gavin Simister, 21, left wing.
Logan Day, number 16, right winger.
Wes Meekins, number 9, center.
Braden Douglas, number 11, left wing.
Lucas Carrion, number 12, right wing.
Owen Scott, number 2, center.
Nicholas McAllister, number 10, left wing.
Nash Riddell, number 14, right wing.
Blake Douglas, number 15, center.
Malcolm Hughes, number 4, right wing.
Matthew Nugent, number 7, right wing.
Jace Cubberley, number 5, defense.
Cole Pendre, number 19, defense.
Jacob Conings, number 6, defense.
Cecilia Smith, number 18, defense.
Declan Blue-Ballon, number 20, defense. Max Fogarty, number 8, defense.
Walton Poitras, number 1, goaltender.
Alex McCarty, goalie, 31.
All right, sound should be fixed now. Had and mix. We're good now. So we can see it here. We're getting some cameras checked here, just making sure everything's running fine. But we will get them all going soon. We can have the 3-camera view. We do have the view from our zone. So mine was to leave it there. Once again, we want to let the YouTube algorithm know that we don't own the rights to any music being played at the event today, but the people of Trail do. So for rights confirmation, please contact the Trail Arena. I've been assured that they've got the licensing agreement, so please contact them for the keys or whatever you need. All right, so here's currently our setup. The one camera is not the best, but we'll get it. It is what it is, but at least we got two good ones. We made the executive decision to put the other good remote camera in our zone since that's where all the action typically is. So hopefully it isn't today, but that's what we're going for anyways. So the buzzer went. All right. Got some coffee in me, so we're fired up now. Ready to roll. Producer Dan will be monitoring the feeds. All right, here we go. Live and in Trail. It's a home game for the Rockets. It's not too often you're the home team in Trail, but today we are. Face-off won by Trail. Puck went to Price. Price tried to dump it in. Siddell picks it up. Off the boards, looking for Williams. He missed. Konings is there. Dumps it down. Siddell intercepts. Off the boards. Konings picks it off. Siddell up to Williams. Coverly intercepts. Off the boards, looking for Mooring. Mooring crosses the line. Takes a shot, saved by Graff. Sinister, fans on his shot. Picked up by Ryberger. Ryberger comes in, makes a move. Deep in the corner. Behind the net, Williams throws it out front. Right back to the line for Porcelato. Shot, it goes wide. Lerbscher can't handle it. Sinister's there. Bumps it up to Day. Day looks to go wide. He gets bumped by Brooks. He's back after suspension. Pendrate gets it deep. McAllister can't handle it. Porcelato's there. So is Riddell. Porcelato still has it. Puck comes to the middle. Pendrate picks it up. Smith goes back for it. She grabs it. Up the boards to McAllister. McAllister looking for Meekins. Deflected or touched by Brooks, so no icing. Meekins and Brooks behind the net. Meekins dumps his player. Puck stolen by Riddell. Behind the net. Meekins goes for it. Pokes at it. Hit by McAllister. Goes to the far corner. Right up to Porcelato. Looking for McIver. McIver bumped. Right to Porcelato. Porcelato. Turned over. Meekins has it. Gets it to McAllister. Kept in by Siddell. Fogarty up the middle. Puck comes out. Porcelato dumps it in on net. Poitras with the save. Lalonde over to Fogarty. Fogarty tries to get it to McAllister, intercepted by Siddell. Siddell goes wide, comes in, takes a shot high over the net. Back to the line, kept in by Price. Robinson down low, bumped. Terrian off the boards. Past Price, Terrian in a race with Price. Price gets there first. Price leaves it, Scott picks it up. Scott takes a shot, saved by Graff, and puck is covered up here. So face-off will be to the left of Graff. 17-19 to go, shots 2-1. Scott on the draw. Puck goes back to the corner, picked up by Porcelato. Stops behind the net. Does a Team Canada flip shot and intercepted like all the other teams did in Team Canada and dumped back in by Coverley. Brooks takes a look, goes for Bruce. Bruce gets bumped by Scott. Puck still in the zone. Brooks looks to clear, but ended up going to Porcelato. Porcelato back to Brooks. Brooks reverses over to Vandal. Vandal tries to clear, he can't. Douglas is there. Scott jumps into play. Robinson has it, he gets bumped. Coverley looks to clear, he does. Goes right to Douglas. Douglas stops, dumps it in. Puck goes deep, Porcelato goes back. Scott gives chase. Porcelato with some speed. Can't deke through the D. Puck's in the corner. Puck cleared up to the line, kept in by Ryberger. Ryberger goes down low. Puck thrown back to the line to Siddell. Siddell couldn't handle it, puck comes out. Siddell leaves it for Scott. Scott dumps it in. Apparently there's... Looks like there's a bench minor here. Nope, the ref made a mistake. He was going to call too many men, but there was only 5 on the ice, so good non-call by the ref. I do see some comments. We'll get to those later. Face off at center. Nugent wins a draw to Pendre. Pendre dumps it down. Price throws up the boards. Hughes is there. Back to Smith. Smith takes a shot. It's blocked. Williams with Ryberger. Ryberger couldn't accept the pass. Puck's in the corner. Williams looks out front. Wide open was Brooks or Lerbscher. High over the net. Williams down the low. Smith intercepts. Right to Hoodless. Hoodless tries to chip by Siddell. He couldn't. Puck comes out. Siddell goes cross ice. Intercepted. Nugent. It goes right back to Price. Price comes in, but we got an offside. So face-off will be in the neutral zone. With 15-16 left to play. Day on the draw. Kicks it forward. Day just dumps it in. Day with some speed, forcing Porcelato to go back for it. Porcelato backhands it up to Ryberger. Thrown out front, intercepted by Day. He gets pressured by Williams. Simister goes to pick it up, he misses it. Leaves it for Lalonde. Lalonde just fires it in. Puck goes in deep behind the net, into the corner. Day gets there with Brooks. Mooring's there, takes a shot, deflected by Porcelato. Williams picks it up. Williams to the corner, intercepted at the line. Fogarty, backhand scoop shot over the net. Day is there, Day has it. Day has it, takes a look. Comes out front, takes a shot, just wide. Mooring's there. Throws it deep. Simister looks to pick it up. Didn't grab it cleanly. Puck's cleared to the line. Kept in by Fogarty. Takes a shot. Pad save. Simister on the rebound. Couldn't get a clean shot off. Graff covers it up. Still 0-0 here. First period. 13:52 to go. Shots 4-2 today for the Rockets. It's a good start. Face off in the trail zone to the left of Graf. So a face-off violation on trail. They jumped. Puck won by trail to the corner. To the line. Coverly takes a shot. It goes wide. More of a dump in play. McAllister out front scores! Nash Riddell and a nice pass from McAllister. 1-0 Rockets. Perfect time for the comments. Let's go Rockets. Kim Fogarty. Let's ho Rockets. I think that was a typo, Kim. Unless you're calling some Rockets players hoes. Face off won by Trail. Siddell runs over Konings but loses the puck. Puck goes around, kept in at the line by Price. Shot wide. McAllister tries to go deep for Riddell, intercepted by Siddell. Siddell skates in, runs into, I believe it was McAllister, loses the puck. Coverly's there. Tries to go up the middle for a breakaway pass. That could have been dangerous. McAllister looking for Riddell. Riddell to Meekins. Meekins tries to go towards the net. Couldn't do it. Robinson picks it up to McIver. Riddell pressures him. Riddell couldn't handle it. Scott jumped the play, but Porcelato gets it and just dumps it out. Picked up by Pendre. Pendre looked for Douglas, but missed him. And down the ice it goes for icing. So face-off will go all the way back to the Rocket zone. Face-off will be to the right of Poitras. Face-off won by Trail. Shot saved by Poitras. There is some play going on. I'm just doing some camera adjustments here. So Dan's running the camera. Puck's back in the Rocket zone. Puck is cleared out. Siddell has it in the neutral zone. Puck is dumped back in wide of the net. Picked up by Pendre. Pendre to Scott. Scott looks for Terrian. Terrian kicks at it. Goes down to the line. Siddell picks it up. Leaves it for Porcelato. Porcelato pressured by Scott. He stops, regroups. Goes up the middle looking for a lead pass to Ryberger, intercepted. Dumped in by Hughes, down to Hoodless. Hoodless goes wide, takes a shot. Saved by Graf. Behind the net, Hughes over to Hoodless. Back to Hughes. Hughes to Hoodless. Hoodless just lost it, picked up by Ryberger. He goes cross ice, right to Vandal. Vandal has it stolen by Lalonde. Right to Hughes. Hughes dumps it into the corner. Siddell looks to clear and does. Kicked in by Fogarty. It is offside. Rockets tag up. Robinson loses it. Coverly's there. He gets bumped, dumps the puck in. Puck's in the corner. Cleared up to the line. And out. Williams throws it over right to Price. Price shot towards the net. It goes wide. To the line, kept in by Siddell. Siddell goes deep. Lerbscher touches it, whistle goes, but we have a hand pass. So face-off will be in the neutral zone. Got a couple comments here. One from Kim Fogarty, sweet, must be for the goal. Same with Karen Murray for the goal. Face-off neutral zone won by Siddell. Siddell dumps it in. Coverley tries to clear, kept in at the line. Lerbscher couldn't get a good clean shot off. Williams has it, but stolen. Coverley. Siddell has it now, cuts in, makes some moves. Day rubs him out, takes the puck, gets it to Simister. Simister feels the back pressure from Siddell. Puck does be kept in. Ryberger down low. Throws out front for Lerbscher. Shot was blocked. Day is there. Couldn't get it to Simister. Siddell intercepts. Siddell. There's the shot wide of the net. Williams skates onto it. Williams to Siddell. Siddell shot. Saved by Poitras. Face-off will be back to the Rocket zone with 9:12 to go. Face-off to the right of Poitras. Players overskate and McAllister chips it out. Porcelado goes back for it. Puck taken in by McAllister. McAllister dancing. Brooks is there. Meekins jumps in. McAllister lost it. Porcelado steals. Skates up the middle. He's shifty and crafty. Tries to split the D. He can't. Goes right down to Poitras and he covers up. So face-off back in the Rocket zone. Going to be to the right of Poitras. Trail has the puck. Porcelado takes it deep. Throws it out front. Shot saved by Poitras. As McIver. Riddell gets it over to Meekins. Meekins looks to go around Brooks. Puck ends up in the corner. St. Denis gets to Porcelado. Porcelado clears. Scott gets it, chops at it, flecks off a player, and it gets dumped back in. Porcelado goes back behind his net. Scott with some pressure. Porcelado up to the boards. Cross ice pass to Robinson. Robinson gets to the line, throws across ice, right to Vandal. Vandal got pressured by Lalonde. Terrian gets it and tries to dump it in, but it goes right into the Trail bench. For those wondering, that is Lucas Terrian, who's son of two-time Ringette Coach of the Year Terry Terrian, also known as Pith, Party in the House Terrian, or Party in the House Terry, I should say. He's got a couple of other names, one about a meatball last night. You should ask him about it. Bruce has it. Siddell in the corner. Down to Vandal. Scott is there. Scott battling. Back to Vandal. Referee falls. Scott is there. Vandal bumps it. Lalonde is going to skate onto it. He does. Gets it to Terrian. Terrian chips it. It goes deep, and Siddell rode Douglas out of the way, so we got icing. We will go back to the zone. Face off to the left of Poitras this time. Oh, it was right now. The ref changed his mind, I guess. Trail wins the draw. A shot from the point. Price. It goes wide. Hoodless bumps it back to Konings. Konings pokes at it. Puck's intercepted. Vandal goes cross ice, nobody there. Shot from Price, hits the outside of the net. Vandal again. Throws it out front. Deflected. Coverly was there. Hoodless now. Looks cross ice, goes right to Price. He just dumps it back in. Coverly behind his net. Fans on it. Still has it. Gets bumped by Robinson. We got a delayed penalty coming up here. Rockets are going to be going to BC Sportswear power play shortly. Puck is touched by Siddell, and that means with that whistle, we got a boarding call. 2 minutes for boarding. That is Robinson going to the box. So if you got some corporate wear, team wear, or you need corporate wear, team wear, hats, hoodies, tuxedos, stickers too, Kyle Douglas, BC Sportswear. Go see Kyle. Remember, once again, if a player does get a hat trick today, if you go down to BC Sportswear on Monday and you tell Kyle Douglas who got the hat trick, he will give you one of those limited edition Rockets hats. There's only 5 available. Day couldn't handle the pass. Ryberger couldn't clear. Day tried to get it to Mooring, intercepted by Porcelato. Porcelato, 3-on-1 attempt here. Porcelato to Ryberger. Shot goes wide. Porcelato still with the puck. Takes it all the way back to his own zone. Looking to kill time. Bumped by Mooring behind the net. Getting too cute. Should have just fired it down. Back to the line. Smith to Day. Day down to Mooring. Mooring back to Day. Day to Smith. Smith to Pendray. Pendray out front looking cross seam for Mooring, but intercepted and cleared. Smith goes back for it. Bank pass off the boards right to Simister. Simister overskates it. Tried to get it to Pendray, but picked up by Fogarty. Fogarty to Mooring. Mooring crosses the line. Dangles, gets around Brooks. Has the puck down deep. Intercepted by Williams. Williams gets it, looks to clear. Off the boards, Alon keeps it in. Takes a shot, deflected wide by Mooring. Simister. Back to Fogarty. Fogarty does a spin dangerously at the line with 2 players on him. Goes right to Lalonde. Takes a shot, deflected by Mooring, just wide. Mooring throws it out front. Day couldn't get to it. Mooring again. Throws it out front, just missed Simister. Puck was deflected by Lalonde after Ryberger tried to dangle. Williams back in his own zone. Down the ice it goes. Penalty is just about over. Riddell gets it to Meekins. Meekins, a little bit of speed. Forced to stop up, dump it in. Siddell has it. Penalty is now over. Siddell looks to clear. Intercepted by McAllister. McAllister shot. Hits his own player in the head, Meekins. Meekins was trying to get out of the way, but became a goalie. Puck cleared out. Coverly clears. Puck dumped in by Price. Poitras leaves it, goes all the way around for McAllister. To Konings. Over to Riddell. Riddell stops up, puts towards the net. Deflected to the corner. Back to the point. Konings takes a shot. It goes wide. Puck kept in at the line. Down deep. Siddell. High flip pass, Team Canada style, goes right to the opposite team, the Rockets, like Canada. So it works great if you're trying to give the puck to the other team. Highly recommended. Scott takes a shot, gloved away by Graff. Whistle goes. So 3:34 left to go in the period. Shot 7-6. Face off to the left of Graff. Scott couldn't handle it. Puck ends up in the corner. Pendray takes a shot. It's blockered by Graff. Brooks looks to clear. Douglas is there, takes a bump. Pendray takes a shot, saved by Graff. Porcelato, bank pass off the backboards to himself. He goes for a skate. Porcelato looks to go around Pendre, gets bumped, puck gets thrown out front. Referee at center falls again. Saved by Poitras. Therrien looks for Douglas, couldn't get past Brooks. Smith has it. Back to Pendre. Pendre to Scott. Scott tips it in, goes for a change. Puck's in the corner. Sedell to Porcelato. He just clears it. Goes right to Fogarty. Fogarty to Lalonde to Nugent. Looking for Hoodless. Hoodless is there. Behind the net, Hoodless. Back to the point. Lalonde takes a shot. Hits Porcelato. Hughes. Dance couldn't get a shot off. Porcelato is hurt. That would be a big blow if he can't come back, but he looks okay. Vandal dumps it in. Fogarty pokes it past Brooks. Or Bruce, I should say. Vandal's there. Puck comes to Hoodless on the half boards. To center. Hoodless chips it past his player. Sedell goes to the corner. Sedell reverses over to Price. Vandal leaves it for Price. Price couldn't get a shot off. Lalonde gets there. Hughes takes a bump. Puck comes out to Sedell. Sedell looks for Bruce. Bruce can't handle it. Puck's in the corner. Nugent bumps his player. Robinson cuts to the middle, loses the puck. Simister gets it, fires it right down on Graff. Mooring tries to toe drag. Simister steals it, throws it to the front. Nobody there. Puck. Team Canada pass. This time it works. Right to Ryberger. Ryberger shot. Puck is deflected and out of play. So face-off will be to, I believe, the left to Poitras. Indeed it is. 1 minute to go in the period. Then it'll be time for Fan of the Game, everybody's favorite segment. Trail wins the draw, goes back to Brooks. Brooks goes down low, right to Robinson. Or to Ryberger, I should say. Brooks goes deep. Konings goes for it. Chips it up to Mooring. Mooring gets it over to Day. Day leaves it for Simister. Simister tries to get a shot off, goes wide. Mooring picks it up. Back to Coverly. Coverly down to Day. Day to the middle. Simister's there. So is Mooring. Puck's out front. Simister backhand. Saved by Graff again. Great reactional save. Puck is dumped down the ice. And it is icing. So face-off goes right back to the Rocket or the Trail zone. We got 19 seconds left, Shots 11-7 for Kelowna. Way better start for the Rockets. Meekin's on the draw. To the corner, Sedell picks it up, chips it off the glass. Back to the neutral zone, back to the Rocket zone. Pendre skates onto it. Pendre rims it around right to Smith. Smith looks to clear, can't, kept in line from Price. Puck chopped out right to Riddell. Sedell takes a shot at the buzzer. And that concludes the first period. So back and forth action here, 1-0 Kelowna. Shots are 11-7. So it's time for the Fan of the Game. So today, as chosen by Jeff McCoggan of BMO for the BMO Fan of the Game, Kyle Douglas, wearing a Creston jersey, supporting his son. Way to go, Kyle, you're in the arena. Glad to see you're out there supporting your son for Creston and here supporting the Rockets. He's also the sponsor of the Power Play, and he's the sponsor of the Hat Trick promotion. So if you want that hat, we need a hat trick today. And you go down there and you tell them who scored that hat trick goal, and we'll get that hat. So there's only 5 remaining. So once again, Kyle Douglas, Fan of the Game. Also, Fan of the Week for 2 weeks in a row because she's watching Mexico, Sue Pendre. Congratulations, Sue. enjoying that Corona, watching the game. Nothing like enjoying some sunshine, some drinks, and some warm weather, and some pools, watching some hockey. So thanks for your support, Sue. You too can be fan of the game or fan of the week. You just got to let your player know that you want to be fan of the game, and they can shoot me a photo, fan of the week, and you can be fan of the week. So once again, thanks for joining us here. We're in trail. We're down a camera for some reason, so we'll get back to the game here. No need to see me. Face off at center. Puck back to Smith. To Meekins. Meekins takes a shot just wide of the net. Hendry throws it towards the net, picked up by Price. Puck cleared out. White has it intercepted by Riddell. White gets bumped. Smith. Riddell has it intercepted. Siddell walks in, takes a shot wide of the net. Hendry around to McAllister. McAllister pokes at it, gets intercepted. Shot saved by Poitras, and he covers it up. That was Vandal with the shot. That's for you, Kyle. We love you, Kyle, from Kim Fogs. Face off to the left of Poitras. The line, Brooks takes a shot, finds its way on Poitras, he covers up. Face off to his right this time. You're not mistaken, the Rockets do have 11 shots and Trail only has 9 today. Rockets win the draw. Milan around to Douglas. Douglas to Fogarty. Picked up by Bruce. Robinson. Fogarty. Tries to clear, intercepted by Bruce, but Fogarty skates back onto it. Puck goes deep. Brooks. Kept in at the line by Fogarty. Picked up to Porcelato. Porcelato tried to make a pass, hit some skates, now makes it to Vandal. Vandal makes a move. And another move, but he couldn't put it past Poitras. Puck is cleared down the ice, and we had icing. So we'll head all the way back here. Puck back to the corner. Cubberly. Over to Hoodless. Hoodless to Nugent. Puck's deflected. Price tries to get it to Siddell. Puck comes out. Konings looks to dump it in, does. Picked up by Siddell. Siddell with some speed. Tries to get around Konings. Konings stands him up. Cubberly's there, clears it to the line. Price keeps it in. Takes a shot. Blocked. Nugent couldn't clear it. Puck behind the net, Cubberly. Picked up by Vandal. Vandal out front for Bruce. Shot blocked to the corner. Now behind the net. Picked up by Robinson. Puck to the line. Siddell keeps it in. Bruce loses it. Hoodless can't clear it. Siddell takes a shot, ends up in the corner. Cubberly tried to clear, hit a leg, went right to Ryberger. Ryberger gets it deep. Vandal, he gets bumped, right to Robinson. Robinson to Ryberger, shot blocked. Porcelato, shot from the point, scores. Too many giveaways by the Rockets, and now we have a tie game. Rockets were hemmed in, couldn't clear, and Trail makes us pay. So it's a 1-1 game with 16:40 to go here in the second. I think Jeff forgot to shut the clock off, so that'll get adjusted. Face off at center. Day gets to Mooring, back to Day. Day loses it to Lerbscher. Lerbscher to Williams. Williams to Ryberger, scores. And just like that, Trail takes the lead, 2-1. Lots of standing around here. So face off at center. Porcelato has it now. Makes a move, goes wide, throws it out front, deflected away by Poitras. To the line, Brooks keeps it in. Puck down low. Porcelato looks to get it deep. It's to Williams, to Ryberger, to Brooks, shot. Porcelato shoots wide. Williams dumps it deep. Ryberger. Ryberger again. Meekins looking for McAllister. McAllister chips it in. Brooks looks to clear, kept in by Fogarty, shot. Sticked away by Graff. Face off will be back in the Trail zone to the right of Graff. To the left of Graff. Face off one by the Rockets. Terrian puts it to the corner. Siddell skates onto it, picks it up. Intercepted by the Rockets, picked up by Siddell. He goes to clear. Cubberly just dumps it in. Price to White. To the line, Cubberly takes a shot. A knuckle puck. Scott tried to get to the front, intercepted. Price dumps it in. Cubberly falls. Price gets bumped by Konings. Comes out front to Cubberly. Terrian. Bank pass. Right to Douglas. Douglas just ships it in. Price gets there. Terrian's on top of him. Goes to White. White chops at it. Robinson skates onto it. Scores on a breakaway. Bad line change by the Rockets. 3-1 Trail. This one's starting to get away from the Rockets here. They need to get back to how they're playing early on. First period hockey. The second period hockey is not good. Looks like Rockets are calling a timeout here just to regroup. You got to change your fortunes, got to do something now. Got 14:48 left in the second, so lots of time left. It's a 3-1 game. All right, timeout's over. Face off at center. Porcelato to Vandal. Vandal to the front, goes right to Robinson. Robinson takes a shot, saved by Poitras. Rebound, saved by Poitras. Puck cleared, Hoodless. Couldn't clear. Puck shot behind the net. Robinson throws it to the line. Porcelato takes a shot, deflected by Vandal and out of play. So face off back in the Rocket zone. Rockets win the draw. Day up to Simister. Simister. Backhand pass looking for Mooring. Mooring is going to get a penalty here for cross-checking. Or head come, maybe not. Nope. Simister to Day. I think the goalie thought it was a penalty too. Mooring to Day. Simister. Puck deflected, back down the ice. Fogarty over to Lalonde. Vandal to Williams. Williams cuts to the middle. Back to Siddell. Shot saved by Poitras. Face-off will be to the right of Poitras. 13:21 to go. Shots now 15-12 for Trail. Trail starting to take over the game now. It's not what we wanted to see. Back push to the corner by Meekins. Williams is there. Goes out front, picked up by McAllister. McAllister dumps it in. It's around Siddell. McAllister throws it out front. Meekins is there. Back to Fogarty. Shot fanned. Lerbscher. Back to Price. Price to Williams. Williams cuts back to Siddell. Siddell lob pass for Lerbscher. Fogarty off the glass. Picked up by McAllister. McAllister. She puts it on X. Graf covers up. 12:34 to go. Face off to the right of Graf. Scott on the draw. But St. Denis wins it. Puck thrown in. Puck goes up the strong side. Scott bumps his player. Picked up by Brooks. Or Porcelato, I should say. Porcelato looks for White on the near side here. Misses him. Coverly skates onto it. Behind his net. Looking for Douglas. Douglas got it on his backhand but couldn't handle it cleanly. Back to the line, shot by Brooks, saved by Poitras. We've got a head contact penalty coming up here to Terrian, little Lucas Terrian, getting a penalty for head contact. So with just like that, the Rockets are going to a Fogues Audio penalty kill. You got an event coming up, you need some sound equipment, stage equipment, lighting. Go see Dan Fogarty, Fogues Audio. Need an MC, Kim Fogarty is available too with her bells and her megaphone, which she's using right now in her house, driving her neighbors crazy. Sorry, that's Owen Scott in the box, not Terrian. Porcelato keeps it into the line, puts it towards the net. Puck sitting there. Robinson couldn't get a shot off. Back to Porcelato. To Robinson. Robinson Throws it to the middle. Porcelato, shot, save, rebound, scores. I believe that was Vandal on the rebound. Can't tell, they don't got numbers on their side of their jerseys, so it was Vandal. So now the Rockets are in a world of hurt here. It's 4-1, 12:01 remaining, lots of time. Rockets got to stay out of the box. Trail's got a lethal penalty kill. Or lethal power play, I should say. Scramble draw, Day gets it, kicks it back to Smith. Smith couldn't get it out cleanly, goes back to the Rocket zone. Pendrate. Rims it around for Mooring. Mooring looks for Simister. Simister. Back pressure by Brooks. Takes that opportunity away. St. Denis looks to clear, kept in by Smith. Smith puts it deep in the corner. Behind the net, Porcelato bumps Simister. Puck cleared up to the line and out. St. Denis clears. Porcelato with some speed. Cuts to the middle, saved by Poitras. Puck cleared. Siddell. Over to Porcelato. Porcelato. Puck stolen. Mooring to Simister. Simister. Over to Day. Day just couldn't get it, just out front of him. Puck thrown out front. Puck is cleared out, kept in by Fogarty. Looking for Day. Couldn't get it to him. Porcelato. Fogarty. Come together, but Porcelato comes up with it, chips it out. Vandal. Couldn't get there. Lalonde did. Gets it up outside the line. Day couldn't skate onto it. Puck is cleared off a player. Robinson picks it up. He gets bumped by Fogarty, but Fogarty took the worst of it. Day does a lob pass right to Mooring. Mooring gets it deep. McAllister gives chase. Price gets there first. Puck stolen by Riddell. Riddell takes a shot. Oh, hits the goalie's stick and deflects over the net. Vandal on the boards. Puck goes deep. Lalonde takes a shot, saved by Graff. Meekins couldn't get a clean shot off. Puck goes right out off the ref to Riddell. Riddell, banned on his pass. Now gets it to Lalonde. Lalonde takes it on his backhand. Pokes it to the corner. Picked up by McAllister. McAllister takes a shot, blocked. McAllister gets it again, takes a shot, blocked again. Riddell gets it shot, blocked. 3 shots, 3 blocks. Coverly keeps it in. Puck's low, Meekins. Can't get it past Price. Price off the boards. Coverly. Intercepted by the Rockets. McAllister needed change, so he fires it in deep. Puck is picked up by Price. Price missed everybody. Down the ice and icing. So with that, I believe it's time for an ice clean. And it is, with 8:59 remaining, second period, 4-1 game. So we will be back shortly. Go get yourself some breakfast, get a coffee. Enjoy yourself. We will be back in about 7 to 8 minutes. Maybe 10. I don't see the Zamboni guy anywhere near here, so see you soon. All right, we're back from the ice clean. The nets are just getting put on, so I want to thank our sponsors again, especially the Platinum ones, 172 Concrete, Life Secure Security Service, BC Sound Exteriors, and BC Sportswear. If you can use any of these businesses here, please do so. They are supporting the team. So let's go and support them. We're back here. We have the Dan cam set up there. It's looking at Callum, so we have lots of issues with the Wi-Fi at this rink. You think our rinks are bad? This one's even worse. So that's what we got. Hope you're enjoying the game so far. It's early in the morning. Wish it was a little later. Hopefully the Rockets come out here second half and get back in this one. This is definitely one we want to win, and we'd like to win. We want the Omaha banner to stay in Omaha and not go to a guest team. But hey, Trail's earned it so far this year, so good on them. Yeah, hopefully it's some good hockey this afternoon, or this morning. And the roads are clear going home. We got lots of sticky ice right now. So at the break, Trail iced the puck, so face-off's going to be back in the Trail zone. Refs are going to let the ice dry a little bit here, or freeze, whatever you want to call it. This is the Dan cam. He's giving you a close look at the action. Looking at our fans, Callum. There's Ty. Watching some hockey. There's the Trail fans over there. This is from our broadcast location. And you have to look at me here. I don't know why anybody would want to look at me. Your TVs are probably cracked now. I apologize. Or your screens. Look at the bench difference for the Rockets. They got a full bench. It's the second game all year where they've got a full lineup. So they should have lots of energy, lots of legs. Hopefully they can take it to Trail the second half here and pull away and get a win. Starts with a goal right here. All right, refs ready to go. Rockets win the draw. Mooring. Back to Koning. Shot. Saved by Graf. Ryberger flicks it up. Right out to Williams. Coverly's there. To Simister. Simister, a little bit of speed. Goes wide, protects the puck, looks for Mooring. Puck sitting there. Mooring shot. Oh, just wide. He had a wide open net, couldn't bury it. Koning throws it towards the net. Ends up on the stick of Price. Price in the corner. Clears. Koning's there. Day dumps it down, but picked off there by Siddell. Over to Lurbshire. He dumps it in. Konings chips it to the line. Kept in by Brooks. Day carries it in, but Mooring was pushed offside, so face-off will be in the neutral zone. Got a couple comments here. We'll get those on the screen. Sarah Coverly, let's go Rockets. Don Douglas, let's go Rockets. Second half. Puck is dumped back in. Siddell has it. Puck cleared, chipped out. Picked up. Trail comes in, shot saved by St. Denis, or shot by St. Denis, saved by Poitras. Smith to Riddell. Riddell to Meekins. Meekins dumps it in, picked up by Siddell. Siddell looks to clear it, comes out. Meekins has to leave it. Right to Porcelato. Porcelato gets this there. Price gets a center dumps it in. These no numbers on the side of the jerseys is confusing. Puck comes out, Siddell dumps it down. Smith loses it to Robinson. Robinson to Vandal. Vandal shot, save Poitras. Puck's in the corner. Vandal turns it over. Smith can't handle it. Vandal picks it up. Vandal out to Price. Price tries to get a shot off, blocked by Riddell. Siddell has it, pressured by McAllister. Puck cleared by Price. Out. Meekins couldn't handle it. Smith to Riddell. Gets to Meekins. Meekins shoots it on. Graff gloves it down. Puck goes to the corner. Vandal. Far side to Bruce. Bruce runs into Lalonde, falls down. Terrian pokes it around Vandal. Loses his stick. Porcelato comes down. Gets bumped by Fogarty. Lalonde to Douglas, to Scott, to Terrian. Terrian. Comes out. Lalonde just fires it back in. Rockets tag up. Siddell has it behind his net. Up the boards. Puck comes out. Lalonde just fires it back in. Porcelato looks far side, almost picked off by Hoodless. Hoodless gets it, deflects it in. Hoodless touches and offside. Puck will go all the way down. So it'll go to the right of Poitras. Nugent against Williams. Nugent wins it to the corner. Carberly back up. Picked by Nugent. Right over to Hoodless. Hoodless gets it in deep. Puck comes up. Picked up by Williams. Reisberger leaves it for Porcelato. Porcelato out front to Reisberger. Deflected wide of the net. Hughes chips it out. Down the ice it goes. And icing. So face-off will go back to the Rocket zone. So face-off to the right of Poitras. Day wins it. Smith picks it up. Williams. Lerbscher. Throws it out front. Pendray's there. Pendray looks to clear and does. Down the ice it goes. And icing. So we will head back to the left of Poitras. Day up against Williams. Rockets have it. Sinister couldn't clear. Siddell kept it in. Williams. Down low to Lerbscher. To Ryberger. Over to Williams in the corner. Williams goes down to Ryberger. They're looking for the give and go there. That's their move. Puck stolen by Sinister. Looks for Mooring far side, but picked off by Price. Lerbscher Clears it out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Ryberger. Ryberger. Far side, shot. Wide by Siddell. Pendray. Off the glass, to the line. Bryce. Couldn't keep it in. Puck's in the neutral zone, but it gets dumped back in. Smith picks it up. Leaves it for Pendray. Pendray turns it over. Williams behind the net. Comes out. Leaves it. White down low to McIver. Puck goes up to Siddell. McIver. Bumped by Pendray. Puck chipped up Mooring. And cleared down. And too far for Sinister, and it is icing. So face-off will go back into the Rocket zone. Rockets definitely look a lot more tired today. Not as fresh as yesterday. Too much past at the colander. Player wave for Trail. White comes in for St. Denis. Rockets win the draw. Puck's in the corner. Riddell. Gets it out. Puck to the corner. Porcelato. Fogarty up to Meekins. He just chips it down and it looks like another icing. And it is, so we will head all the way back to the Rocket zone again. So one thing the Rockets are good at today is icing the puck. It's got to be at least our 30th icing of the game. Unofficial count, that is. Since the first period, it's been all Trail. So Rockets need to rebound and get back to first period Kelowna play. And Lalonde looks to start that. He gets it, flicks it in to the corner. And he's on there, bumps his player, throws out front. Oh, Terrian couldn't handle it. Lalonde back to the point. Shot by Fogarty, blocked. Breakaway pass here. McIver could not score. Good save by Poitras. He is denied. Lalonde falls into the boards heavily. And he is going to need some medical attention. Hopefully he's okay. Appears to have the wind knocked out of him. He's getting up. Slowly. Safety person Meekins being careful. It's clean ice, so it is slippery. We're going to follow Jesse here and see if he falls or not, because that would be pretty funny. The ref's fallen twice, so we're on Jesse. And he made it back to the bench cleanly, so that's good. Good on you, Jesse. There's a reason why I don't go on the ice, because I probably would have slipped. So Robinson up against Nugent. Nugent gets thrown out. Hoodless. Puck back to the line. Shot. Glove down by Poitras. So we'll do that again. Face off won by Trail. Back to line. Siddell gets it low to Bruce. Bruce. Behind the net to Vandal. Robinson setting up the triangle, but denied. But Bruce keeps the puck in. Behind the net, Cubberly looking for Hughes. Puck thrown towards the net, covered up by Poitras. Vandal runs into him. Poitras holding his head. Appears to be okay. Day up against Robinson. Robinson's going forward. You can tell by his setup. Day gets waved out. Puck kick back. Mooring takes it in the back of the leg. Those ones hurt. Robinson. Puck comes out. Price dumps it in. On net. Poitras plays it. Smith. Puck kept in by Bruce. Smith picks it up. Off the boards. Puck shot far corner. Puck kept in by Siddell. At the line, Siddell. Over to Price. Price takes a shot. It gets deflected wide. Robinson has the puck. Day is there. Day tries to chip it out. He can't. Kept in. Vandal takes it. Biden hooks down, runs into Pendray. Pendray cut that off. But Robinson's there to pick it up. Robinson stops behind the net. Throws it out front to Vandal. Saved by Poitras. Puck comes out. Simster just chips it out. Goes for a change. Riddell gives chase. Puck shot around. Back. And buzzer goes. That'll conclude the second period. So shots after two, 25-17, relatively close, but the score is not. It's 4-1. But with that, we're going to go back to fan of the game. So once again, sponsored by BMO and Jeff McCoggan. Fan of the game, Kyle Douglas, supporting the Creston team. I don't even know what the Creston team's called. Just going to call them the Kokanee team because it's the good beer out here. So Kyle Douglas, congratulations, fan of the game. And fan of the week, once again, Sue Pendray, watching live from Mexico, enjoying a Corona. Lucky girl. Hopefully the Rockets could come back and win this one. That is definitely necessary. Glad everybody's tuning in today. Wide awake now. Get a couple coffees into you, get going. Rockets got some work to do here, or it's going to be a long walk home for some of them. All right, so face off at center. Meekins on the draw. Picked up by Porcelato. Ryberger. Over to Williams. Williams cuts in to Lerbscher. Shot goes wide. To the line, Brooks takes a shot, deflected by Williams. Fogarty. Up the middle, like turnover Terry, but he doesn't turn it over. He gets to McAllister. McAllister skates onto it, but Brooks cuts him off. Bank pass right to Meekins. Meekins. Bank pass to Lalonde. Lalonde takes a shot just wide of the net. Fogarty steps down, takes a shot, deflects off a player. Thrown on net, saved by Graff. Porcelato dances, takes a look. Eric Canada, bank pass, makes it to Robinson or to Ryberger and scores. Those Team Canada lob passes do work from time to time. We'll call that an Air Canada pass. 5-1. Rockets were standing around. You can't allow that to happen. Too much puck watching. The Creston Valley Thunderbirds. Thanks, Don. face off a center. Rockets down 5-1. Day, Mooring, Simister, Konings, and Cubberley. Siddell gets it to White. Konings up the boards, nobody's there. Puck shot kept in. Referee blew the whistle. I don't think he meant to. He thought Poitras covered it up. So a quick whistle benefits the Rockets. So face off to the ready Poitras. St. Denis wins the draw. Back to Price. Cubberley to Simister. Simister gets it out to Riddell. Riddell with some speed. Oh, gets it poked away by Price. Riddell down low. Stolen by Siddell. Siddell up to McIver. McIver to the middle. St. Denis couldn't handle it. Chopped down by Cubberley. Price around. Vandal deflects it to McIver, but Pendry's there to cut it off. Day picks it up. Crosses the line, takes a shot, blocked. McIver walks in, takes a shot, blocked away by Poitras. Simister down deep. Just clears it down the middle. Picked up by Porcelato. Porcelato dumps it in. Price, Smith throws it up the middle, intercepted. Robinson, shot, saved by Poitras. Smith behind her net, pressured by Vandal. Picked up by Day. Kept in at the line. Shot towards the net, goes wide. Pendray in the corner. Vandal. Shot by Porcelato, and it's another goal. So that's 6-1 now. Shots 31-18. The game is getting away from the Rockets. There still is enough time if they can manage to start skating and not look so tired. They might be able to put something together here, but it's going to take a full team effort. Can't be one or two players. It's got to be everybody. The Trail team looks like the team with the full bench with the amount of skating they're doing today. Douglas just dumps it in. Graff throws it to the corner. Fogarty takes the shot, saved by Graff. Brooks in the corner, bumped by Scott. Vandal. Puck comes to Bruce. Porcelato's there. Scott clears right out to Douglas. Just couldn't handle it. Puck is cleared. Fogarty just dumps it in. Porcelato behind the net. Looks for Vandal. Vandal looking for Bruce. Couldn't handle it. Down the ice, no icing. Konings off the boards looking for Hughes. Hughes can handle it cleanly. Cubberley skates onto it. Puck cleared to the line and out. Cubberley again. Over to Konings. Konings back to Cubberley. Cubberley looks to clear. Siddell keeps it in. Cubberley gets tripped up. Puck comes out. Ryberger. Far side. Konings. Price. Nugent pokes at it. Picked up by Vandal. Nugent looking for Hoodless, couldn't get it to him. Siddell was there, but Hoodless gets it now. Mishandles it. Turned over. Siddell. Air Canada lob pass. and icing. So face-off will go back to the trail zone. .15:02 to go in the game. Rockets down by 5. McAllister couldn't handle it. Puck thrown in the middle. Williams. Far side for Lerbscher. Couldn't get a shot off. Ryberger dances, makes a move to Brooks. Down low. Thrown out front. Mooring. Dumps it in on net and covered up by Graff. Face off in the trail zone. Face off in the trail zone. Day, Simister, Pendre, Verdell, and Smith. Face off one, back to Pendre. Pendre shot, deflected. Porcelato looks to clear, and he does. It's icing. And whistle goes, and we'll go all the way back to the trail zone. All right, we'll try this again from the other side. Williams wins the draw, goes forward in possession. Ryberger gets around Fogarty. Ryberger shot, saved by Poitras. Rebound sitting there, puck cleared. Lalonde to Day, deflected at the line and kept in. Ryberger takes a shot, saved. Lalonde looks for Simister on the stretch. Puck ends up on his stick. Couldn't get it to Riddell. Price can't get it past Day. Day got bumped, couldn't get there. Price skates onto it. Price, it's knocked off the puck. Puck shot deflected, it goes wide. Lerbscher has it stolen. Puck comes out, Siddell. Banked off the boards. Fogarty. It's Siddell's stick. Price. Coverley. It's Riddell's skate. Trail in possession. Puck goes to Siddell. McIver runs into the ref. Puck is dumped in. Down low, St. Denis throws it out front. McIver couldn't bury it. McIver again. Bumped by Day. St. Denis behind the net. White couldn't handle it. Coverley was there. Shot from the line, hits the stick of Fogarty. He tries to clear. Throws it right up the middle and hits McIver. Coverley up to Terrian. Intercepted. Price goes for a skate. Around to Terrian. Terrian is getting hooked, but he gets it in deep. Scott gives chase. Price picks it up. Price dumps it in. Bruce down low. Konings looks to clear, gets it to Douglas, and puck comes out. Brooks just dumps it back in. Konings picks it up over to Coverley. Coverley looks far side looking for Douglas, but he leaves it, goes for a change. No icing as Brooks skated away from the puck. Brooks behind the net. Puck comes, Konings intercepts, back to Brooks. Hoodless. Bruce knocks down Konings. Bruce couldn't handle it. Back to Brooks. Down low to Robinson. Scott flips it up in the air into the neutral zone. Porcelato gloves it down. Porcelato. Over here to Bruce. Bruce crosses the line, goes in deep. Bumped by Konings. Back around to Vandal, setting up the triangle for Terry. Puck is cleared out. High stick by the trail team, so face-off will be out in the neutral zone right in front of us here. 10:52 to go in the game. Rockets haven't had a shot in a long time. 33-18 are the shots. If I recall correctly, it's one shot this period. Might even be 0. Pendray over to Smith. Smith dumps it in. Porcelato gets it to Bruce. Bruce looks to clear. Pendray can't keep it in. Puck comes out. Gets dumped back in. Graff plays it. Right to Brooks. Intercepted. Oh, what a save by Graff on Mooring. That was a wide open net and he dove across. What a reactionary save by Graff. Unbelievable. Mooring's gonna have nightmares about that one. Great show of sportsmanship by Mooring. Saying good save. Williams goes forward again in possession. On the attack. Ryberger dumps it in. Goes behind the net. Williams loses it. Mooring is there. Mooring to Hoodless. Hoodless looking for Meekins. Deflected, so no icing. Price clears it up the boards. Mooring's there. Gets back to Meekins. Meekins out front. Nobody's there except for Siddell, who gets it to Ryberger. Fogarty tries to keep it in and does. Meekins picks it up. Meekins in the corner, throws out front. Nobody there. Williams and Mooring battle. McAllister able to keep it in, but he gets hit. Shot by Meekins. Fogarty takes a shot. It goes wide. Rockets are getting a penalty or a power play coming up here. Puck dumped back in. Day off the half boards, walks out, shot over the net. Rebound to Meekins. Puck touched by Siddell, and we got a penalty for cross-checking. So you can't use your stick on a hit, and that apparently was a stick hit on the hit. So face-off will be in the Rocket or in the Trail zone, which means we're going back to BC Sportswear power play. You got you need some corporate wear, team wear, hats, hoodies too, because he does stickers too. Kyle Douglas, BC Sportswear. Once again, we got the hat trick promotion. So far, only Riddell has scored today. He's on the ice, so if Riddell can get two more, or somebody else can get 3, you can go in there and say, I'd like a hat, Kyle, and the person who scored the hat trick was, and you could walk away with one of those 5 hats. Fogarty brings it deep. Simister onto the puck, back to Riddell. Riddell takes a shot, save, rebound sitting there. Back to Riddell. Riddell to Simister. Simister down low. Out front looking for Day. Riddell takes a shot, deflected. Day behind the net. Over to Riddell. Riddell back to Fogarty. Fogarty takes a shot. It gets deflected wide. Simister protects the puck. Takes it at the blue line. Back to Fogarty. Fogarty cross ice to Lalonde. Lalonde takes a shot, scores! Declan Gold, Lalonde on the power play. 6-2 Trail. So don't go away, folks. Rockets only down by 4. Maybe this can spark them and they get some life. Good puck movement by the Rockets. .8:21 left in the period. Time's not their friend, but there's still time to get 4 more. Brooks has the puck, just dumps it down. Fogarty picks it up. Fogarty off the boards. Simister. Over to Riddell. Oh, Riddell avoids the hit. That could have been dangerous. Puck poked away by Day. Konings looks to get it to Riddell. Riddell to Day. Day gets hit by Porcelato. Riddell picks up the puck. Couldn't get around St. Denis. Day. Puck cleared out. Down the ice. And icing. Face-off back in the trail zone. Face-off will be to the right of Graf. Siddell has the puck. Scott pressures him. Price up the boards. Goes past the defender Coverley down the ice. Koning skates back for it. Konings off the boards, intercepted by Siddell. Siddell down low. Siddell intercepted by Douglas. Puck down low, Vandal. Cuts out. Puck goes up front. Cleared away. Siddell takes the shot through traffic, missed everything. Price keeps it in, rims it around. Puck to the corner. Stolen by Douglas, gets it out. Siddell gets it back in though. Trail's got a tag up, Konings. Cross ice to Coverley. Coverley pressured. Bank pass off the boards, intercepted. Fired back down by Brooks. Or Price, I should say. Coverley stops. Robinson harasses him. Still a battle. Robinson ends up with it. Goes to Vandal. Back to Robinson. He misses. Terrian looks to chip it past Price. He does. Bruce dumps it back in. Scott behind his net. Takes a look. High pass. Looking for Hoodless. Just missed. Williams behind the back pass to Price to Ryberger. Ryberger avoids Koning's check. Hoodless still has it. Gets it in deep. Hoodless bumps Brooks. Hoodless looks out front. Puck sitting there. Hughes couldn't get a shot off Nugent. Hoodless. Oh, whistle goes. We got a holding call coming up here on somebody. I'm not sure who. Everybody looks stunned. Looks like a trail player. Looks like we're going back to a BC Sportswear power play here. Need some corporate teamwear, hats, hoodies, toques. Go see Cal Douglas, BC Sportswear. Rockets with the power play promotion this weekend. Hoodless, Nugent, and Hughes to start this power play. Lerbscher in the box for holding. Great pressure by this line, being rewarded. 5:47 to go. Rockets have possession. Hughes back to Smith. Smith takes a shot, hits somebody high. Hughes couldn't get a shot off. Porcelato clears the line and past Smith. Pendre goes back for it. Pendre to Smith. Smith looks for Nugent. Nugent comes in. Nugent back to Smith. Smith has it stolen by Porcelato. Porcelato throws it over for Ryberger. Couldn't come onto it. Nugent bumps him. Hughes battling Porcelato. Porcelato with some speed. Goes around Smith. Takes a shot outside of the net. Porcelato still in possession. Throws it to the corner. Smith gets it up to Hughes. Hughes gives it right to Ryberger. Ryberger deeks around Pendre. Ryberger back to Siddell. Siddell takes a shot blocked by Nugent. Smith Over to Hughes. Hughes back to Nugent. Nugent to Hoodless. Just past Hoodless and icing. Face off back to the Rocket zone. So 28 seconds left in the penalty. We will have a face off back in the Rocket zone. .36 seconds left in the penalty, just behind on the clock. Puck cleared up, break to McAllister. McAllister looks to get around Siddell. Puck back to the line. Fogarty around his player, around another player. Fogarty, cross seam pass, hits the skate of McAllister. Ballon falls. St. Denis has it. Mooring chases. Saved by Poitras. St. Denis takes a shot, saved by Poitras. St. Denis outworks everybody and scores. Short-handed. So 7-2 now for Trail. I can declare this one an official win for Trail now. .354 left in the game, 5 seconds left in the penalty. Sinister to Konings, Konings to Coverly, Coverly to Riddell. We're back in even strength. Poitras leaves it. Konings, right to Riddell. Riddell to Sinister, Sinister takes a shot, blocked. Brooks dumps it in. Coverly around to Riddell. Riddell chips it out. Puck is flipped back in. Konings gets it to Day. Day couldn't get it past Porcelato. Coverly looks for a bank pass. Porcelato intercepts. Coverly's there. Dumps it in. Day pressures Porcelato. Porcelato shakes him off. Day with another bump. Another bump behind the net. Puck is cleared off the glass and down the ice. Robinson. Puck's in the corner. Robinson. Day intercepts. Up to the point, Riddell. Looks to clear, does. 2-on-1 with Sinister. Riddell. Back pressured by Porcelato. Today in his feet. Siddell gets it back to the line. Tendre, fake shot. Robinson didn't buy the fake. Day forced to put it in deep. Douglas. Smith keeps it in. Behind the net, Siddell. He gets bumped, but he fires it down the ice and icing. So back into the Trail zone. 1:49 to go. Scott wins it back to Fogarty. Fogarty takes a shot, it's blocked. Terrian to Fogarty. Fogarty back to Terrian. Terrian tries to get to the corner, but fanned on his backhand. Robinson to Bruce, back to Robinson, or Ryberger. Lalonde, he gets bumped. Terrian goes far side looking for Scott, but he misses and down the ice for icing. Rockets showing a little frustration there. Slapping the puck down, 1:20 to go. Face off in the corner. Trail tried to go forward, didn't work. Puck goes around. Hoodless picks it up. Hoodless tries to go up the middle. Porcelato intercepts. Hughes gets it, dumps it in. Hoodless on the forecheck. Brooks puts it up. Ryberger gets bumped. Puck turned over. Hughes couldn't get around Brooks. Puck chipped. Porcelato takes it deep. Still has it. Intercepted by Fogarty. Fogarty leads the rush. 2-on-1 with Hughes. Fogarty tries to chip it in. Couldn't get around. Hoodless hits his man to the boards. Nugent looking for Hughes. Porcelato out to Fogarty. Fogarty to Nugent. Puck chipped in by Hughes. Siddell has it. Clock ticks down. Or Porcelato has it. Clock ticks down. Looks for a bank pass. Intercepted. McIver hauls down his player. McAllister walks in, takes a shot, save, rebound. Mooring couldn't get there. Puck is fired down the ice, and that'll do it, folks. Rockets lose this one 7-2. So Rockets head home from trail with a 1-1 record. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors. They've been supporting us all season long. Maybe we'll have a miracle and win the league championship, but that's not the one that matters. We want the playoff championship, so we can go to provincials. So once again, folks, we'll see you next week when we'll be broadcasting live from Kamloops. Have a good one.